Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Everybody out there listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Steve Harvey, get them on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey got a radio show. Steve Harvey got a radio show. Yeah, man. Boy. Man, God has been good to me. I can't even I can't even put it into words, man. But I try, though. I try. God does things for me just right on time. He's so cool with it. And I happen to run across Joel Osteen on television, like I often do all the time. And I was sitting there, and he had such a timely message for me. A part of it was something that I've said oftentimes about if you really, really want to be successful, if you really, really want to change, if you really, really want to prosper, if you really, really want to achieve greatness, if you really, really want to have something in life that's worth having, if you really, really want to accomplish your goals, you got to push through all of it. He said that when you get closer to it, the more difficult it becomes. Did you hear me? He said the closer you get to what it is you want or you need or you have to have or you would love to be, it gets a little bit more difficult when you get closer. He told this story that's in the Bible that I'd never heard before. This is what he said. He said there was a man who was paralyzed, and he had heard that Jesus was speaking at a house. And so he wanted to get there, so he convinced 4 of his friends to put him on a stretcher and carry him for hours to get to this house where Jesus was speaking. He said that along the way, these friends said that they went along because he had so much faith that if he could just get to him, it could be better. That he could, if he could just get over there and he could see him, that he might have a shot at getting healed. And so he said they took out along the way and they walked and they walked and they walked for hours. And then when they got there, the house was completely filled with people. It was packed wall to wall. There was absolutely no way for the men to get him on that stretcher in to see Jesus. This is a story that Joel Osteen said is in the Bible, and we was telling it. No, I'm just repeating the parts of it I gathered. And so he said they sat there and they went, wow, man, we walked all this way and it's full and we can't get there. He said, and then the guy with the affliction told the 4 men, if you get up on the roof and cut a hole in it and lower me down, I bet I could see him then, and I bet it'll be all right. Now, he then said, you must imagine how these 4 men must have felt when you carry somebody for hours on the way they had to carry some cloth connected by a couple of sticks. Said the men's shoulders had to be bruised, had to have deep gouges in them, not cuts, but just indentations where they had carried the weight of this grown man for so many hours. And they looked at him in disbelief, like, man, what are you talking about? We done walked all this far. He said, yeah, but if you get up on that roof and you cut a hole in it and lower me down, I can see him. And when he see me, it'll be all right. After sitting there and imploring the men, they went up and did just that. And in the story that Joel Osteen said, the man was healed. But the point he was making was, he was saying that the closer you get to what it is you really want, the more difficult it's going to become. But you've got to push through. See, if you don't push through, you never know. See, you can't get right to the answer, and because it gets really difficult, start creating those little sayings that we got as people. Well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. I guess it wasn't the Lord's will. No, man, I guess you should not give up right now. I guess you should keep pressing. I guess you should do more. Because, see, in all of us, when you've had enough, I want you to know something. You do have a little bit more. In all of us, you can do one more. You know, that's one of my favorite things, and I heard Joel Osteen say it, and it kind of made me feel good. He said, I always feel like I can do one more anything. And I tell my friends all the time, I can do one more, man. I could do one more day. I can do one more anything. Now, here was the jewel that I never really knew that Joel Osteen and God sent to me. I needed to hear. He said that no matter what you're going through, no matter how long the challenge is you've been facing, God has an end date for it all. Did you hear me? No matter what you're going through, no matter what challenge you're facing, no matter what situation you've gotten yourself into, God has an ending date. All you got to do is keep pressing forward. All you got to do is hang in there. All you got to do is don't give up. All you have to do is don't turn back. There is an end date for all of it. Even when you think you've had enough. And boy, have I had this conversation with God on several things that I've been going through. And I've even told him, look, I got it, man. He said, just keep hanging on. There is an end date to whatever it is you're going through. There's an end date to your illness, your sickness, you're tired of being tired. There's an end date to this relationship that you can't seem to get through, beyond, over. That's like a cancer to you. There's an end date, but you've got to hang in there. You've got to keep pushing forward. You cannot turn around. You must not go back, because when God gets you through this and you break through to the other side, the reward and the benefit is far greater than the struggle. I oftentimes look at some of the things that God has brought me through in my worst times. And when he brought me through, I went, wow, man. Now that I understand that, now that I'm on the other side and I have the benefit of the reward for it, would you do it all again to get there? Yes, I would.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When you think of love, gotta get it on your mind. Yeah, come on. When you think of love, gotta get it on your mind. Ha. When you think of love, gotta get it on your mind. Ha. Morning, everybody.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eddie Murphy. Yeah, how you doing?
Rudy Ray Valentine.
Yeah, boy. Billy Ray Valentine.
Billy Ray Valentine sitting in that bathtub for the first time.
Was he a Capricorn?
In a
Was he
long
Capricorn?
time.
Billy Ray
Boy.
Valentine, Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Yeah.
When you think of love, gotta get it on your mind.
You're in a good mood today.
Might as well be. I'm alive.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes,
Woke me up.
yes.
Hey, let me tell you something. The older I get, the more I appreciate the shot.
Yes.
Boy.
Yes. Each day.
And
Yes, sir.
you got to come to work today.
Yes.
You get to do
I
that.
got to come to work today.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity, a blessing.
Right.
Yes,
I don't take it for granted. You may not be working where you want to work, but at least you working. There's some people would love to have your job. I know some people want y'all job. You hear it all the time. Girl, I wish I had that. Y'all just be on there talking. There's really more to this job
I
than
hear.
talking, cause the ladies actually prep the show. Mississippi Monica, Carla, Pharrell, Shirley, they do prep on the show. Junior get his
Research.
little sports ready. Me and Tommy, we just come in here. I don't prep
Which
nothing.
can be a problem.
Well, it's just gonna be a problem then. Because I'm not coming in early talking about what we gonna do at the 8:40 break. Man, tell me at 8:40.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'll tell you whether I'm doing it or not. Then matter of fact, you can tell me on the air what we doing.
Steve,
That's
remember
how
how
it
you used to have
goes.
all of your meetings on
On the air.
all of them.
That's the best way to do it, man. Well,
No, it's not. Some things should be
Yeah, that's what you
confidential,
thought.
sir.
Yeah.
Confidential.
Yeah.
What's we lying
you
to the
used to
people
think.
for?
We're not lying. You're just not telling them everything.
They don't need to know the behind the scenes stuff. You know
Remember how
that.
you used to have a meeting with me on there? Okay, where's your show at? God. When is your show, boy?
Yeah.
How much is the tickets? Where
You grew up on this show.
Where can they get the tickets? I'm asking you something.
I don't know all that. Well, then the people ain't gonna know either.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then we hired Jay, and he come on do the same thing. You know your ass is too
old
old for
fool
this.
and old.
Oh man, I be going damn. And Jay be at them other places. We gonna be down at Willie Snyder's lounge and liquor store in the back. What?
In the what? In the
We gonna be at the packing house on Friday. What?
Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, ask the CLO
They in
Chief
there
Love
bagging
Officer,
up chickens. What?
Steve Harvey in the building right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time now for Ask the CLO. Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey is here. This one is from Janie in Mississippi. Janie writes, I'm a 29-year-old single woman, and I'm confused by the man in my life. He's been taking me out for a full year and spends the majority of his time with me. I've been to his parents' house several times. I've met his daughter, and I'm cool with his ex-wife, but he says we're just friends. We did the 90-day rule, and he's respectful towards me in every way. I've decided to withhold intimacy until he claims me as his girlfriend. He said that would only hurt our relationship, not help. What other way is there, CLO?
No, I think you're doing the right thing. He said it would only hurt the relationship, not help. Okay, well, let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can't get nothing you want, what type of relationship is it?
Right.
You know, you done met his mom and everything, but you want a title, you want something, and he don't want to give it to you. You know, friends, all this y'all doing and y'all just friends, he don't want to label it, then, and you want a label. You have every right to want the label.
That's
It's okay. It's okay. It's going to hurt the relationship, not help it. Okay. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to call a
Oh,
bluff.
their bluff. Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
It don't take long once you cut it off now. It don't take long for
Oh,
me to get
yeah,
it right.
that bluff quick.
Okay, uncle. All right, moving on to Patrina in Southfield, Michigan. She says, I've been married for 11 years and my husband has cheated 3 times. Each time my intuition told me he was up to something and I cornered him until he confessed. Each time he said it was just sex and he had no attachment to the lady. Although I look better than all 3 of them and my body is tighter than all of theirs, there is still something that makes my husband keep stepping out on me. Why am I not enough woman for him?
That's not it. That's not it. And stop making it about you.
Don't blame yourself.
Your husband has an inadequacy. He has a flaw. It's not that you're not enough woman for him. It's just that he want other women. It ain't about you not being enough. It ain't nothing about you not being cuter, tighter, finer, all that. He has no damn self-control. He's an undisciplined man when it comes to that in you. And he's stupid enough to get busted 3 times and bend just cause you pressure him. So now you got an undisciplined man that ain't even strong. So now he ain't strong, which means he's also weak in other areas. So if you can break him down because he weakness, you don't think another woman can? Your man has a weakness. And it's in his ability to hold strong to any commitment or conviction that he makes.
So she should do what, CLO? As his wife
Look,
of 11
how
years.
many times in 11 years do a dude got to cheat on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3
For you to
times
say
already.
enough is enough. It
That's
can't
right.
be an enjoyable marriage.
No.
It can't be.
And I'm glad you said that because many women do blame themselves. And that's what she's doing.
But my problem is he's not good at it. That's my problem. He's not good at it. Why are you doing this? You're not good at it.
He's not a good cheater.
Cheater,
Is that what you're saying?
He's terrible at
Hey,
it.
y'all, Shirley.
He's disappointing you.
Shirley.
Okay,
call
we're
her,
this on.
call her.
Yeah.
Keep the segment with who they wrote into.
We're moving on, CLO. Jesse and Philly.
So true.
This is not his specialty.
Facts.
Jesse and Philly
His
says I've been
ass
married.
got one specialty. Pranks on this radio show. Now, if you call his TV show and you ready to love, that's another thing.
Yeah.
But once he leave that TV show, he damn near ain't ready for nothing.
All right, we're moving on. Jesse in Philly says, I've been married for 7 years and my wife and I are 38 years old. We were at a kickback last weekend and I went into the kitchen to grab a beer and I overheard my wife say that sex is overrated and size does matter. The ladies agreed about the size thing but told her if she's not getting fulfilled, she has to talk to her husband. I went back outside with the fellas, but this has ruined my night. In all honesty, we haven't been intimate in a while. Should I bring up this conversation to my wife?
Yeah, you can. You finna get your feelings hurt, though.
He
Yeah.
already
Sex is
did.
overrated
Yeah.
and size matters. Well, homie, you in trouble either way.
Yeah.
Now, let's just say it ain't the size issue.
Okay.
Let's just say in whatever you have, your inability to operate it at a level that's pleasing has created a problem too. Because she had to kick back talking with the
about it.
ladies.
Come on, boy.
At the kickback.
Yeah.
I'm 64. I ain't never been to a kickback. Tom, you been to kickback?
I haven't been to. I've heard of them, but I haven't been.
Yeah.
I ain't never been to
for
one.
young
Shirley, you
people.
been to the kickback?
No. They're for younger people.
Oh,
He's
okay.
They're 38.
What exactly is it, huh?
It's when you go in the kitchen and you overhear them say something that kicks your ass back out in the living room. Then that's a kickback.
All right.
I've never been to one either.
It's for younger
Well,
people.
just
It is.
you ain't gonna go to none, cause see, men ain't finna talk about their wife to another group of men. We not finna do that. You know, if you hear a damn thing about my wife with no other dudes, that ain't happening, dog.
Not a real
Y'all
man.
do that with y'all's men. Men don't do that with their women.
All right, I got it. Let's do a Steve Harvey kickback. Like on a Saturday somewhere. Just everybody come. A Steve Harvey kickback.
Boy, didn't you just hear me say, I don't do no damn kickbacks?
You ain't done them before, but ain't nothing wrong with doing one now. Just
Hey, hold on, dog.
You
Hold
haven't
on.
done
Why
one
don't you do the kickback? You younger than me.
Well, it might go wrong. Your name
I ain't
bigger
got
than
no
mine.
friends. You got friends. I ain't got none.
You
I
got
have no
friends.
friends. What?
No, you always going
You got
somewhere with your
friends.
other couples and all that. I don't go nowhere. Me and Margie don't go in with no damn body. You got a lot of friends. Throw the kickback at your damn house.
We gotta go. We'll discuss this kickback later. All right, coming up next, the nephew with Run That Prank Back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann is standing by with our national news. And in entertainment news, Megyn Kelly. Remember her? Well, Megyn, do not come for Naomi Osaka unless Naomi Osaka sends for you. Okay, got it? Plus, in other trending news, we'll talk about that. Plus, in other
needs to
trending
sit
news,
down.
yeah,
I just wanted to
she
say
really
that,
does.
Shirley. Yes.
Have a seat. It's
Have a
okay.
seat.
Yes.
Several.
Yes, with seat belts. Thank you. Plus, in other trending news, billionaire Jeff Bezos said yesterday was the best day ever. I bet it was for him. We'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour. But right now, the nephew, you heard him. He's here in the building with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Neff?
One of the twins is mine.
Oh, no.
One of the twins is mine. Hey, it's possible. It's doable. I've done the research. Biologically, it's possible. It's happened in the past. So, hey, why not prank on it? One of the twins is mine. Okay? All the babies ain't going to be yours. Play the doggone prank, cat dog. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm trying to reach Tony. Yeah, this is Tony. Tony, what's going on, man? Hey, brother, my name is Kendrick, man. I'm trying to reach out to you. Are you the Tony that used to date? Man, yeah. What about it, man? I was trying to reach out to you. Who you say this is again? My name Kendrick. Kendrick. I got a little problem, bro. Hopefully we can work this out. Oh man, look, man, I ain't got nothing to do with no damn no more, man. That's the past, dog. So don't even call me about her, man. That just, I don't want to hear it. Do you and do y'all have kids together? What? Do y'all have children together? Yeah, I got kids from Kiva. Man, how you get my number, man? Say again? How you get my number? Hey, bro, I ain't trying to have no beef with you, man. It ain't nothing like that. I'm just, do you and have a set of twins? Yeah, man, we got a set of twins, man. But wait a minute, hold on, dog. Why you calling me, man? Whatever you and did, man, that's you and dog. But what you asking me about my kids for, man? Okay, bro. Here's I don't even know how to break this on you, but I'm just gonna put it out there, okay? Just hear me out, man. Just hear me out. It's been brought to my attention that there is a strong possibility that one of the twins is mine. Oh, you crazy, them. Man, who you say you is again, man? This Kendrick, man. Man, look, man, don't call my house with this, man. How a twin gonna be yours, man? They my twins, man. Hey, man, I found out, and I thought the same thing you thought, Tony. I was like, okay, man, that ain't even biologically possible, and man. And that's what I thought, but I found out that two seeds could actually join together, create twins, and each one of them could have a different daddy. I'm finding this out for first hand myself. Oh, man, you ain't found, man. Look, man, whatever, man, I'm telling you, dog, man, the kids is mine, man. Hey, you ain't got nothing to do with this, dog. You ain't got nothing to do with this, man. Hey, listen, man, all I'm trying to do is get to the bottom of something. Let me, man, Tony, dog, just hear me out and listen to me. Let me ask you this. Your set of twins, are they the same shade of color? Are they different shades? I mean, I'm just asking. I've never seen them. Look, dog, let me tell you something, man. I want you to get this through your head right now, man. Whatever you and got, that's on y'all, man. This ain't got nothing to do with my twins, man. Ain't got nothing to do with my twins, man. One of them dark skin, one of them light skin, man. Right there, man. What? Right there, what? Okay, Okay, Tony. All right, let me ask you. What shade of color are you? Are you dark skin or light skin?
Man, I'm dark skin, man.
Man, I'm light skin.
Man,
I'm telling you, the light skin twin must be mine.
You know what, man? I'm not going to even continue this conversation no more. I'm going to just tell you something, dog. You don't know who you with, because I will you up. You understand that, dog?
Man, listen, I just found out that this is a fluke accident that is possible to happen.
Oh. You understand that you talking about my kids, man?
I understand that, man, and I understand the passion that you have for your children, man. I'm just trying to tell you, one of the kids ain't yours, Tony.
House talking about my kids is yours, man.
One of the twins is mine, man.
Man, ain't no. Man, look, dog. I tell you what, man. I'm gonna let you make it, dog. You know what? 'Cause don't call here no more, man. Whatever you and are doing, that's what you and that crazy is doing. So she with your old crazy, stupid. You stupid enough to call here talking about one of the kids yours. I guess she told you that stupid, huh? No, dog. Don't call me no more, man.
Okay, Tony. Listen, will you consider? I mean, I got us an appointment tomorrow at the doctor. Would you consider bringing the kids and we can see which one is yours and which one is mine?
You are retarded, man. That's what's up with you, dog. You retarded, man. I ain't meet you nowhere, dog. That's what I'm talking about, man. I tell you what, dog. I'll meet you man to man, man. Man to man. Me and you, dog. Man to man. I'm going to kick your
we ain't got to fight. Tony, I just want you to give me my child, man.
I'm going to give you a whooping. I got my Louisville slugger, you stupid. That's what you is, man. You an ignorant man calling me Sunday morning talking about my kids. It's your kids. Man, you retarded. That can't even happen, man.
I understand it, man, but it's a fluke accident, and now you trying to deprive me of having a relationship with my child.
Man, I've been raising these kids for 5 years by my damn self, man. I get them up. I take them to ballet, man. I take them to Little League. You understand me, man? Don't call me no more, man.
Tony, I understand, and dog, it was heartbreaking to me too, Tony.
Tell you what, man. I'm gonna get off the phone, and I want you, man. I want you to never ever call my house. Don't call me with no ignorant like this. What you say your name is? What's your name again, dog? Hey,
man, my name Kendrick, man. Listen, Tony.
I'm gonna find your dog. You understand that, dog? We gonna settle this. I'm gonna whip your. You understand what you with, dog?
Okay, but Tony, I got one more thing I want to say to you, okay?
Man, you ain't got else to say to me, man.
Tony, let me say one more thing to you, man.
Man, okay, man. Hold on. Now, baby, daddy, all right. Yeah, y'all gonna play. I'll be out there in a minute. Man, see, dog, man, you done got everybody around here all. Man, I don't curse like this around my kids, man.
Okay,
man,
can I say one more thing to you, man?
All right, man, say what the you want to say, and don't call here no more, man.
Tony, this is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your homeboy.
Oh, man. You know what, Tommy, man? Man, that's some up boy, man. You know what, dog? Man, you was really about to get your whooped, man. Man, you can't be with nobody about their kids nowadays, dog. Man, oh, man, okay. You got it, man. That all right. Tell you what, man. Don't even tell you did it, man. 'Cause see, we meeting later tonight. I got something for you, man. hey, nephew Tommy. Do me one favor, man.
What's that?
Watch the 10 o'clock news tonight, man. You gonna
what?
Monkey on there, man. Watch, dog. I can't believe this, man. Oh man. All right.
Hey, man, I gotta ask you, man. What is the baddest? I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land.
Oh, man, the Steve Harvey Morning Show, man. I listen every morning, man. I just can't believe y'all got me, man.
Hey, I'm done. That's it.
You should be, yeah. All right, coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment and national news for you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Naomi Osaka clapped back and checked former Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly after Megyn slammed Naomi's magazine covers. So Megyn Kelly responded to a tweet that sports commentator Clay Travis wrote that said she was too introverted to talk to the media after tennis matches, but she has launched a reality show, a Barbie, and now is on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Then Megyn Kelly replied, let's not forget the cover of Vogue Japan and Time magazine, too. Naomi Osaka responded in a now deleted tweet that she shot the cover photos before going public about her struggles with mental health. Naomi also went on to say to Megyn, seeing that you're a journalist, I would have assumed you would take time to research what the lead times are for magazines. I shot my covers last year. Then Megyn wrote back, mocking Naomi, claiming she blocked her, and tweeted, guess she's only tough on the courts.
Megyn Kelly is a racist.
Megyn, especially.
Everybody she talk about is black.
Ew.
She's a racist, man. It's always a minority or somebody. You know, that's their MO over there on Fox, though. They all them over there, man. They all them can miss me. Tucker Carlson.
Fox. Yeah, she left Fox.
She left
She
Fox.
went to NBC. She got
She
let go
messed
at
up
NBC.
over there.
Uh-huh. Tamron Hall got let go because of her. Yeah, but it worked out for Tamron Hall because
Yes,
look at
it
her.
did.
What's wrong with her?
Who? Megyn Kelly?
Why she always talking? Why is it always? Is she
That
trying to
made
be
me
relevant?
mad.
Always
You know what? I know
negative,
what it is.
always.
I know what
What?
it is. I know. Just jealousy. When somebody got a comment, first of all, you have to be winning to get a hater.
Yeah.
If you're not winning, you won't get a hater. And the hate that you always get is from people who wish they was winning like you. Now, Megyn Kelly ain't on the cover of a damn thing. Now, she
Did you
mad at
see?
the girl.
Did you see Naomi's cover? She looks beautiful, flawless,
Gorgeous.
Steve. Just
Gorgeous.
absolutely drop dead.
I'd like to see the cover. Not that I need to see it, though, because I
Send it.
don't.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
proud of
Whatever,
her.
man.
Yeah,
Just
she looks
proud
beautiful.
Of her.
Mhm.
And it's
And
not
she-
a reality show. It's a docuseries that's produced by
God.
LeBron James, and I watched it. It's so good. She is struggling. Naomi Osaka is struggling dealing with stardom. She is a young woman who is a
She's a
tennis
kid.
star champion. Thank you, Tommy. She
He's
is.
a kid.
Oh, that makes me so mad. I love Naomi.
yeah.
See,
Osaka.
tennis,
I do
see,
too.
tennis,
She's
you don't
coming for a
have
kid.
teammates. It's not a
It's all
huge
about
support
you. Yeah,
system.
it's all you.
The spotlight is on you. You and you alone. It ain't nobody you can share it with. You
Right.
can't sit with your teammates and, man, come on, we hang in there, we team. You know, like the bad boys from Detroit. They didn't care how you felt about them. They had each other. They didn't give a damn. You say what you want to say, but they formed a unit. They was hard to deal with, man.
Oh,
They was hard to deal with. But they play a team sport. When you play tennis, man, it's by yourself. That's why, you got to give them
That's a lot of
Serena, the Williams sisters a lot of credit for being as great as they are for as long as they've been great.
Yes.
You
But
know.
their dad taught them to be mentally strong too. You know.
Absolutely.
Mr. Richard Williams, yes. But yeah, Naomi, with everything she's gone through, leave her alone. Leave her alone. Let her live. Let her live.
Guess she's only tough on the tennis court. I bet you can't whip
Bully.
her ass either way.
Yeah, that was
Either
definitely
way.
a bully.
I bet you
We
can't
really
whip her
gotta-
ass either way.
That was a bully move. It was.
Either way.
All right, come on, Steve. It's time for our headlines. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you very much. This is Ann Tripp with the news. Okay, this part's not so funny. Looks like COVID is on the move again, sort of. Now, several vaccinated White House staffers, including a senior aide to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and a Florida Republican Congressman Vern Buchanan, have tested positive for COVID in recent days. Health officials say, however, that while the aggressive Delta variant that we're dealing with of the virus has been infecting more and more Americans, that those who have been vaccinated are at least experiencing milder symptoms of it and sometimes not experience any symptoms at all. However, CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky says areas of the country with low vaccination rates are facilitating the rapid spread of this new strain.
The Delta variant now represents 83% of sequenced cases. This is a dramatic increase, up from 50% the week of July 3rd.
Walensky says the country's now averaging about 240 deaths per day from coronavirus, but it looks like the 3 vaccines authorized for emergency use in the UAE so far are still about 90% effective against it. By the way, according to a published report, an unvaccinated Trump supporter who reportedly spread conspiracy theories about the coronavirus is dead of COVID-19. According to the Cape Cod Times, 70-year-old Linda Zern, a former member of the Massachusetts Board of Selectmen and a staunch Trump supporter, died on Tuesday of severe complications caused by the deadly virus. She reportedly refused to be vaccinated. She didn't wear a mask. A local Republican state committee woman called Zern a, quote, strong woman who believed in speaking the truth and defending our freedoms in America. That was that quote. According to Kansas City Star, a legislative committee in Missouri held a hearing on Monday about how educators should teach K-12 students about racism. It was an invite only, and not one black person was invited. No black parents, no black teachers, no black scholars were asked to testify. Former movie mogul Harvey Weinstein in L.A. this morning. The 69-year-old disgraced filmmaker facing 11 counts of sexual assault, including 4 counts of rape, stemming from allegations made in between 2004 and 2013. Weinstein claims that any sexual activity was consensual. His court hearings expected to begin sometime in the next few weeks. Haiti has a new prime minister this morning. He's Dr. Ariel Henry, the man that President Jovenel Moïse had wanted to appoint as the next prime minister anyway before he was assassinated. Henry took the oath of office yesterday. And finally, today is World Hangover Day. In any case, you know what to do when you have a hangover. I guess go to sleep. I don't know. I've never had one. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, a family member to this show. He has the #1 detox weight loss cleanse online today. None bigger and without a doubt, none better.
Ooh.
That's right.
The CEO of D-Herbs himself, A to the damn D, Dolphin.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Way to bring me out,
Good
Steve.
morning.
I love that.
Yeah, man, you need that, man. You need the showbiz intro.
I
What an
appreciate
intro.
that.
I'm gonna do an intro tape for you. I'm gonna have a soundtrack with it and music and everything.
Hey, Steve, I might hold you to that.
You'll
Yeah.
have to go on tour, AD.
Yeah, your theme song gonna be "Pull Up to the Bumper, Baby," and back it in between.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, AD, as always, we love you. You know that. Welcome to the show. And we have to say right off the bat, congratulations.
Thank you.
Because D-Herb, Steve, is the official health and wellness partner of the Big 3 Basketball League, founded and started by Ice Cube. Congratulations for real on that
Big,
one.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
It was a
AD
good
Dolphin,
day.
he live here.
Yeah. West Side. Well, you know, that is really major, AD. So you got to tell us, why do you think the Big 3 chose D-Herbs for health and wellness?
Well, to be honest, it's a backstory to it. And I'm going to tell that story because Steve actually helped that along. It's a gentleman by the name of Chris Hannon that used to work for IMG, who I used to deal with on the Steve Harvey TV show, and he became the CEO of the Big 3, and he called me and said, "You've got to meet Ice Cube." I went over there and met Ice Cube, and he started telling me how he needed a health and wellness partner that can help take his athletes to the next level because they were semi-retired when they were playing in his league. And I just thought it was an amazing opportunity. And probably the one thing that Ice Cube told me, he's like, "Look, I'm the red tape. I'm going to help you work through your problems on TV because when you're trying to introduce things on TV, it can be tough sometimes." And that's why I'm there, just being around Steve.
Wow. Look at you, Steve, bringing people together.
Bring them out, bring them out.
That's big, AD.
That
No, I
is.
think he's being very generous to me, but in actuality, when you have a great product, it sells itself. AD's product has been the helping people business for, we've known, at least 10 years
Yeah.
Right.
for us. And so just for us on this show. But he's in the helping people business, and it does really help people health-wise internally. And so that's really how he got it, man. I appreciate you saying that, but brother, if you don't bring the goods, it don't matter.
That's right.
If you
I
don't
appreciate
bring
that.
the goods, it don't matter.
That's right.
So, AD, hang on one second, man. We'll be back because now we're going to get a chance to talk to him about how he can help you get better right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, we are back with our special guest and family member on this Wellness Wednesday. It is sponsored by D Herbs, and we have the president and CEO of D Herbs here, Mr. A.D. Dolphin, of course. A.D., before we went to break, we were congratulating you on becoming the official health and wellness partner of the Big Three Basketball League. That is started by Ice Cube. Yeah. And I wanted to ask you this because that is so awesome. And I wanted to ask you this. What's the difference between dealing with pro athletes, let's say, and regular people like us? Because we've all been on the D Herbs cleanse as well. So what's the difference? Can you explain that?
The difference is it's actually a lot harder working with them. The pro athletes are under the impression since they can run fast and jump high, that means that they're healthy, and that's just simply not true. And so therefore I'm constantly trying to press upon them that they can actually get the edge by doing the D Herbs full body cleanse. And I have to always let them know what the benefits are. You're talking about weight loss between 10 to 30 pounds, a huge boost in energy, which can definitely translate and help you during the games, being able to focus and concentrate a lot better, a stronger immune system, and we can see how important that is because of the Olympic athletes today who are catching COVID right now, and even though those are supposed to be the best athletes in the world, the most healthiest people in the world, their immune system is not up to par. So just by doing the cleanse, you're going to take your level to a different level that they've never been before, and that's what makes it a little bit harder when I'm dealing with them.
Okay, but you're doing it though.
Yes.
And that is wonderful. So, I mean, we know that the cleanse works. Like I said, everyone on the show has tried it. We could all give a testimonial. So let's talk about...
You want a testimony? I'll give my testimony.
Okay,
later.
go ahead. Go ahead, Tom.
First of all, I want to give an honor to herbs. I want to give an honor to health. And, of course, I want to give an honor to the one and only D Herbs. He came into my life 10 years ago, and he cleansed me because I was backed up. Woo! I kept on going. And on that 10th day, when I got through at the end of my D Herbs, I was cleansed, whiter than snow. My system was good. My health was good. I felt good. I was healthy walking around because of the one and only D Herbs. There might be one today.
Amen, brother.
The doors of the cleanse are open. Yes, they are.
Time to get healthy.
Yeah.
This is Wellness Wednesday. So D Herbs. So AD, I gotta ask you this: with all the growth that you've seen with D Herbs over the years, I mean, so many people have success stories about the D Herbs Full Body Cleanse. What are you, as CEO of D Herbs, what are you most proud of?
Wow. You know, for me, Shirley, it's the emails. I get thousands of emails every single day about people's health journey, how the cleanse has totally helped them and changed their life. I remember there was this one gentleman who used to drink on the corner with his friends every single day, and he said after he did the cleanse, he never got back to that corner. He changed it. He got his life on a healthier path. The weight loss, the full body cleanse has literally helped millions of people lose weight. And then lastly, probably the people who are finally realizing what you eat matters. We're eating our way into sickness. You're talking about high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes. A lot of these things are caused by the food that we're putting into our body. And by doing the cleanse, it's putting you on a healthier path and creating a new history for you and your family.
Wow, couldn't have said it better. That's great, AD. Listen up, Steve Harvey Nation. You heard it right here. If you want to see lasting weight loss results, better focus, and better health, you need to start by cleansing your body from the inside, okay? The D Herbs Full Body Cleanse will flush out those toxins that are dragging you down. They'll have you looking and feeling better than you have in a real long time. Trust me, I've done it. Go to dherbs.com right now. Get a nice discount at checkout. The offer is only for our audience by using the promo code RADIO. That's the letter D, herbs.com, promo code radio, or you can simply pick up the phone and call 866-4D-HERBS, 866-4D-HERBS. All right, thank you, AD. Coming up next is the nephew with today's prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, I'm in love with my godson. All right, we'll get into that in just a minute. But right now, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. What you got, Neff? Godson or grandson?
Everybody has been there.
Where?
It's happened so many times. It happened a lot when I was growing up as a child. It happened a lot, even more when I got in college. About to turn your lights off. About to turn your lights off.
No.
Okay. Oh, come on. I know y'all done had it happen. Y'all ain't had y'all lights turned off? Everybody else on the block home, y'all off. Y'all ain't never seen that.
Are you kidding?
Okay. Okay. You ain't grew up if you ain't had that happen. So let's go, cat dog.
Hello? Hello, I'm trying to find Gerard, please.
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, Gerard, how you doing? This is Mason, man. I'm the guy that turns the lights on and off if you haven't paid your bill. And I'm over here at your house. I'm actually getting ready to turn the lights off, but I'm trying to, it's a courtesy call we're supposed to give. If people can pay their bill before we turn them off, then we collect and we keep moving.
You say who are you again?
I'm Mason. Exactly, sir.
You say you about to do what?
I'm getting ready to turn the lights off because the bill hasn't been paid. I'm getting ready to turn the power off. Are you here at the house?
No, I'm at work.
Okay. Well, listen, is there anyone at the house that can make a payment?
Make a payment?
The payment right now that I have is $221.36. Is that right?
For what? The electric?
For the electric bill. Yes, sir.
No, sir. No, there's nobody at the house, and I don't think I owe that much.
Well, that's what I have right now. It's $221.36.
No, see, my wife, she already paid that, see.
Okay, well, they don't have a record of that. I'm in your driveway right now. I'm getting ready to turn this thing off until a payment has been made.
Well, see, there's nobody home right now.
Okay, well, if no one is here, then I have to follow through and continue and go ahead and turn the power off until everything is rectified.
Oh, you in my driveway?
I'm in your driveway. Sir, is there anyone here? Or how far are you from here?
I'm at work. I can't get off right now, but you got to get out my driveway.
No, sir. I'm not going to be able to leave your driveway until I actually turn the power off.
Can't turn my power off. I got food in the refrigerator. My kids got fish that, come on, man.
Well, what do you mean you got fish? What does that mean?
I can be there in 30 minutes to give you the cash right now.
Sir, what do you mean when you say you got fish?
Fish tank.
Oh, a fish tank. You have a fish tank? Okay, well, sir, I understand that, but
Sir, listen, I'll be there in 30 minutes. You stay right there, don't touch nothing. Okay?
So I can't be here 30 minutes. I can't wait that long.
30 minutes I'll be there with cash, and I'll pay you, what is it, 200 what?
We don't accept cash, sir. We're going to need a money order.
I don't have time to go to. I'll be there with the cash, 30 minutes.
I can't take cash. Are you listening to me, sir?
Are you listening to me?
I'm listening to you. I can't take cash. I need a money order.
I'll be there in 30 minutes, okay?
Sir, I have to turn your power off if you're not here. I give everybody 10 minutes. 10 minutes where they can pay it, or we can actually turn it off. Now, you tell me what you want me to do.
I'm going to call my wife real quick, all right? Real quick.
Sir, I don't have time to call you. I don't have time for that.
First of all, sir, you'll get me upset. My wife don't mess up bills, okay? First of all, okay?
Okay, if she doesn't mess up bills, then what the hell is going on?
I don't know. I'm going to call her real quick and we'll get this straight, okay?
Okay, well, sir, I don't have real quick time. What we have to do right now is I have to do this. I have to either turn your power off, you get it turned on. Now, listen, I can come back and turn this thing right back on next week. It'll be a $150 penalty. But to reconnect me...
First of all, you need to get the out of my yard, first of all. So I call your supervisor.
Sir, I'm here because I'm supposed to be here. I'm here because you haven't paid your bill.
I'm going to call my wife. We're going to get this straight right now.
I'm here because you haven't paid your bill.
I paid my bill. My wife pays my bill.
Well, how do you know she paid it? Because you don't know a damn thing. You don't know anything.
Hold up. Sir, trust me. My wife paid the bill. It's a mistake in your system. Get out of my yard now.
Are you at Avenue?
Yeah, that's correct. But what?
I'm in the right place, sir, and you haven't paid your bill, and I've been ordered to turn it off.
Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be there in 30 minutes.
I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here in 30 minutes. Okay? Are you listening? I'm turning this off in the next 5 minutes.
Do not touch my wife paid the bill.
Leave my lesson
Your
going.
wife hasn't paid the bill. Now, maybe your wife is out lollygagging, doing something else.
Whoa. First of all, you keep her out of this, all right? Okay?
You're the one that brought her in. You're the one that keeps telling me what she has done and what she hasn't done.
Listen. Hey, that's why I draw the line. I'll be there in 30 minutes. Me and you can talk.
I'm not going to continue to go back and forth with you, sir. I don't have 30 minutes. I got 10 minutes. You understand me?
I'm going to leave right now. I'm going to get in the car right now, okay? I'll be there in 30 minutes.
Sir, I don't have 30 minutes. I'm turning it off. You can call downtown and get headquarters to turn it back on, and we'll come back out here, and it's a reconnect fee for $150.
So I got to come up with $300. Oh, hell no. Listen,
sir, your bill is $200 and something, and that's going to be a $150 reconnect fee.
That's some what the No, hell no. Hey, I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Okay, well, sir, and I've told you before, you have 5 minutes to get here.
No, listen. Let me call my neighbor real quick. Hold up. Let me call.
I don't have time for you to click over and call other people, sir. Is there somebody that can give me a money order right now?
Yeah. Right now, I can get you a money order in 5 minutes.
Okay, now who's going to do that?
I don't know. I call my wife.
I told you your wife is the reason why you're in this situation.
I'm going to report you to your supervisor.
How are you going to report me when I'm out doing my job? You should report your wife for not doing what she's supposed to be doing.
Listen.
I don't care what you say. Do you want your lights on or off when you get here?
I want my lights on. What the do you got lights on?
Your lights are getting turned off in the next 2 minutes because your wife didn't pay the damn bill.
I'll tell you.
Excuse me?
I'll tell you. Listen, keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Hey, I tell you what, you know what my supervisor would tell you?
I don't give a what your supervisor going to tell me.
He would tell you that you have been talking to nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked.
Oh, that's some stuff, man. I was on my way to...
Your coworker got you, Joseph. He got you.
I'm going to get his... Man, don't do that no more, man. Man, you had me...
Hey, I got one more thing to ask you, man. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
Come on, man. Steve Harvey Morning Show. With nephew Tommy.
Come on.
Ooh,
get a prank of
you
some.
was gonna get your behind toe. Ooh.
Give the prank of some.
You play too much playing with this man. Talk about his wife. He paid the bill.
That's the problem. Man. She don't know how to pay the doggone bill. Your wife is the issue. She out lollygagging. That's what she's doing. She lollygagging. You know what lollygagging is? It's not paying bills and doing other extra stuff.
Lollygagging around.
That's what lollygagging is.
Woo.
Oh my God! Hey, let me tell y'all something. I'm in the middle of shooting Ready to Love in Washington D.C. Y'all, oh my God, y'all gonna like this. Y'all gonna like this.
Really?
All
it's
right,
good,
yes.
Tommy. It's good.
Yes, it's good. It's good. I'm loving my contestants. I'm loving them. You know, when it comes for elimination, I'm starting to cry when they got to go. Like, oh no, I liked her. I liked him. Why we gotta? No, not now. Let's go another week. Don't get rid of nobody. I'm over here pleading with producers. Come on now. It's too early. They looking at me like, what is wrong with you?
Get a hold of yourself.
So y'all gonna be in. I'll let you know when the first date is for the new
fall,
season.
Maybe?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's in September. You guys
Ooh,
go.
If we can wait that long, Lord.
You're gonna have to.
All right.
We'll wait.
All right, nephew. Thank you. Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject is, I'm in love with my godson. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. Could be yours. You never know.
You never know. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, I'm in love with my godson. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 62-year-old widow, and I live in the great city of Chicago. Yes, I was married for 34 years to a wonderful man, and he died 3 years ago. Since then, I have secretly fallen in love with my 30-year-old godson. I know I should be ashamed of myself, but I'm not. When my husband first got sick, my godson is the only person that would check on me and make sure I ate and was getting some rest. He started taking me out to dinner once a month to get me out of the house, and that's when I found out he has an old soul and we love the same music. After my husband passed, he would stay overnight, so I had some company and we watched old movies together. His father and I are close friends, and he was raised solely by his father after his parents divorced. His father has had a crush on me for years, so he'd die if he knew it's his son I'm after, not him. My godson was visiting recently, and I was telling him about a house burglary on my street, and he told me he didn't like me being in my big house alone, so I suggested he move in with me instead of paying for a 2-bedroom apartment. So he moved in a week ago, and I am plotting on how to get him out of the guest room and into my bedroom. I'm still in great shape, and I look a lot like Jada Pinkett. So he's always complimenting me on my radiant skin or my great cooking. I get so hot and bothered when he walks around in his tank tops that I've fondled myself a few times after he's left the room. I need to make my move before I run out of time and he finds a girlfriend. We talk openly about his love life, and I know he's looking for a soulmate. I thought about seducing him, but is that the best way? How do I get this man? Okay. Come on. I mean, you really haven't thought this thing through. Just because someone treats you well and they looks after you and, you know, they take you out to dinner, they care about you, it doesn't mean they're in love with you or they want you or they want to do you, okay? It doesn't mean that. You're fantasizing about this man, and that's where it needs to stay, in your head, in your mind. He hasn't tried to hit on you or sleep with you or any of that. You said he was raised well by a father who's really the one who likes you. To me, this just sounds like a case of a cougar lust. You're 62, you said, and you should know the difference between real love when someone wants you and crushing and salivating over a fine, sexy young man. If that's all it is, have your fun imagining what it would be like and go on about your business. Leave it there and don't expect anything else from him. I mean, this man is only 31 years old. He's going to want a family one day. He's going to want kids, starting with a girlfriend who he'll probably be bringing into your home now for sleepovers at some point. And it might not just be one girl. If he's as fine as you say he is, he might have a parade of women coming through. You don't know. You're not going to like that at all. So I just say, please calm yourself down. Use your head. Don't get into any mess, because this is going to be really messy if you start this. Which is, you know, what this could turn out to be if you carry out your crazy plan to seduce him. Don't do that. Ultimately, you don't want to have sex with him or anything like that. I think he's looking at you as the mom he never had because he was raised by his father. He's looking at you like his mom, okay, not his boo. All right, get that out your mind. Steve?
I'll be damned. Oh, we ain't had one like this in a while.
Long time, right?
Well. These is the letters where they write to me and I tell the truth. Well, lady, it's time for a little truth here. Appreciate Shirley's answer. I agree with everything Shirley said in the letter. I thought her response was wonderful. But I come to point out some things that don't nobody like to talk about. Well, here we go. I'm a 62-year-old widow. Right there, that sound old, don't it? 62-year-old widow. I live in the great city of Chicago, married for 34 years. Damn, you was married longer than this boy been alive. I'm married to a wonderful man. He died 3 years ago. And here where the letter just get real ignorant. Since then, I have secretly fallen in love with my 31-year-old godson. That right there, that don't even sound right, do it? Mm-mm. It don't even sound right. I have secretly fallen in love with my 31-year-old godson. Damn. You 34 years old? What? 28. You're 28 years older than this guy. 28, and you 62. When my husband got sick, my godson was the only person that would check on me and make sure I ate and was getting some rest. He came in there, like Shirley said, thinking he helping his mama eat and get rest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That is boo.
He would check on me, making sure that, and then he'd come take me to dinner once a month to get me out the house. Anybody interested in you ain't finna show up once a month to take you out to dinner. You show up for your mama once a month to go out to dinner. Damn, what's wrong with you?
Hold on, Steve. We'll have part 2 of your response coming up to today's Strawberry Letter. At 23 minutes after the hour, the subject, I'm in love with my godson. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter.
Oh, this old ass lady getting on my nerves.
Oh, my God.
Oh, this old ass woman husband done died. Damn. She got a 31-year-old godson. She done secretly fell in love with him. For what? I know I should be ashamed of myself, but I'm not. No, you need to leave the I'm not off. Shame of your old ass self. When your husband got sick, my godson was the only person that would check on me and make sure I ate and was getting some rest. You hear that? Made sure you ate and got some rest. Ain't that what you do? Go by your mama's house? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you go by make sure mama was eating and getting herself some rest?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what Shirley said. He started taking me out to dinner once a month to get me out the house. You know, just so he, let you know you ain't alone in this world. Take you out to dinner once a month. What do you think he been doing them other 30 days?
She's going to find out he lives with her now.
I'm telling you right now. Lady. When I found out, and then taking me out to dinner once a month to get me out the house. And that's when I found out he had an old soul and we love the same music. Look, lady, I'm just telling you right now, this 31-year-old boy don't like same music you like. He just saying he like it. He don't give a damn about Sam Cooke. I'm telling you that. He don't give a damn about no Sam Cooke. He don't want to hear no Otis Redding. He just told you he liked their ass. Oh, yeah, I like that too. He heard it from his daddy. Riding in the car.
That's what she needs to be.
After my husband passed, he would stay overnight so I'd have some company, and we'd watch old movies together. That's another thing. See?
What?
See? What? Old movies together. He trying to just make you feel like you're something. You know, y'all in there watching Gone with the Wind. And,
that old. What the
Shirley Temple come tap dance down the stairs, old black ass Bojangles. Y'all in there watching all them old ass movies, black and white. Hey, Hattie. Hattie? Who the hell is Hattie? Nobody heard sitting or Hattie and we're sitting up watching Color Purple and all this here. That boy was sitting up in there just trying to keep you company. So y'all watch a movie. His father and I are close friends, and he was raised solely by his father. Like Shirley said, after his parents divorced, his father's had a crush on. Shirley said he looks at you as a mother figure. Now, his father's had a crush on me for years, so he'd die if he knew his son I was after. You think he'll die? That damn boy died too. My godson was visiting recently, and I was telling him about a house burglary on my street, and he told me he ain't like me being in my big house alone, so I suggested he move in with me instead of paying for a 2-bedroom apartment. So he moved in a week ago, and I'm plotting on how to get him out the guest room and into my bedroom. If he wanted you wouldn't have to plot.
Right.
That boy think he in there with his mama. Your old ass. I'm still in great shape, and I look a lot like Jada Pinkett. Okay, now here we go. This is where I got to start telling you the truth.
Come on.
Oh, no.
I'm still in great shape. Compared to who? You still in great shape to your other 62-year-old friend. See, you in great shape compared to
You're stupid.
You down at the bingo hall. You look better than Agnes and Helen and Jocelyn. Then I understand. But your ass in real life ain't that damn fine. And I look a lot like Jada Pinkett. Who told you that? Who at the bingo hall thought your ass looked like Jada Pinkett? Ain't nobody said, damn, Will done dropped Jada off down here to play bingo with us. Ain't nobody told you that. You in the mirror seeing stuff. And he's always, here go another. He's always complimenting me on my radiant skin, on my great cooking. Girl, listen to you. He compliments you on your skin and your cooking. Mm-hmm. Don't nobody date no woman cause of her damn skin. Man, ain't no dude nowhere, man. Her skin. Dog, what she look like? Damn that. Her skin. Dog, what her body look like? It's got skin on it.
I cannot with you.
I get so hot and bothered when he walk around in his tank top. I fondle myself a few times after he done left the room. I need to make my move before I run out of time. Oh, now you know you finna die, huh? Because your ass is old. I need to make a move before I run out of time. And he finds a girlfriend. Because we talk openly about his love life, and I know he's looking for a soulmate. Soulmate is a person that you can tie yourself with to ride to the tape with. Your ass has the tape in your hand. See, you ever seen people run a race and they get to the finish line and everybody try to stick their chest out to cross the line first? You have the finish line tape in your hand. Matter of fact, some of it's in your hair. I thought about seducing him, but is that the best way? How can I get this man? First of all, you mean how can I get this man / son?
Yeah.
Because that's what he is. And he thinks he's your son. And even if you do seduce him, he's not going to stay with you. No. Don't you get sleepy early?
Post your comments. Thank you, Steve. On today's Strawberry Letter, Steve Harvey
Post your
FM
comments.
on Instagram.
You don't even know how to go online to read the comments.
Facebook. Check out the Strawberry Letter
podcast.
podcast.
Do you have an IG page?
On demand. Coming up at 46 minutes after the hour.
Have you ever
Steve
checked your
Jr.
DMs?
And Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. In for the vacationing junior with Sports Talk. What you got, Steve?
Yeah, sitting in for the vacationing junior. I don't know how involved everybody is on this radio show with the NBA Finals.
I'm all in.
Okay, well, it's over. And the reason it's over is because Milwaukee beat the Phoenix Suns last night. It was close. It had some flow to it. I felt, look, man, this boy, the Greek, is nothing to be played with.
He's the truth. He's the truth.
Nothing to be played with. You know what, Tommy? I'm going to go out on a limb and say this, man. If I started a basketball team, I think the one player I would pick to start the team with would be him.
Really? That's your number one pick?
First draft?
That's who I would pick to start a basketball team with.
Wow. Okay. Not Durant, though? That's a bad boy, man.
Durant is super nasty. Yes. And I think Durant is unstoppable, but I think this guy's game is more rounded. He's not the prolific scorer that Durant can be. He does not have his jump shot. And he damn sure ain't worth a quarter at the free throw line. but what he does, man, on that basketball court and how he puts the defense back on the heels, that's who I'd start my team with. I would have always picked LeBron, but look, you know, I mean, LeBron is one of the greatest of all times. Period. The conversation is between him and Jordan. Know that. Right. That's the conversation. But today, if I had to start a team, I would pick Giannis.
But you know what, Unc, man? I just feel so bad. I was pulling for Chris Paul so bad because, I mean, it took him
me too.
so long to get there, to the finals,
but
man.
But you know what, though, Tommy? Talking about Chris Paul, he still got a Hall of Fame career. Everybody ain't going to get to the finals. He's one of the greatest point guards ever. And he's a bad boy. And
well, he got plenty to hold his
over.
head up for. He got plenty to hold
Oh
his head
yeah,
up for.
it ain't over. It ain't over.
Right. Well.
So.
But it took so long to get to. I mean, do you think a team like Phoenix can come back and be in the the finals again? Okay.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. They got a bad team, man. They got youth on their side too. Hell, Chris the oldest one. Everybody else young.
I know.
Everybody else young, but Chris still got game though.
Oh yes, he does.
You think
I
he
wanted
keeps
it this
playing?
year.
Does he retire?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Oh no, he's not gonna retire.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Nah, you finna do 100 more State Farm commercials, Carl, and get right on back on that basketball court. Man, got your kids making money on State Farm? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations to Milwaukee. Thank you, Steve.
Congratulations, Milwaukee.
We'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In trending COVID-19 news, Dr. Fauci has had enough of Republican Senator Rand Paul. Rand Paul accused Fauci of misrepresenting in earlier testimony the nature of U.S. government funding of the Wuhan Institute of Virology in China, where some believe the COVID-19 virus originated as a result of a lab experiment gone awry. He ended his characteristically long question by reminding Dr. Fauci that it is a crime to lie to Congress. Take a listen.
Senator Paul, I have never lied before the Congress, and I do not retract that statement. This paper that you are referring to was judged by qualified staff up and down the chain as not being gain of function. Let me finish.
You take an animal virus and you increase its transmissibility to humans.
Right.
You're saying that's not gain of function?
Yeah, that is correct. And Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, quite frankly. And I want to say that officially. You do not know what you are talking about.
Officially, Dr.
So you know what, man? He tired of him. You know what, man? These Republicans, they are so party line. They want to discredit any type of science, any type of climate change, anything Donald Trump. They try to do anything. It's ridiculous what this country has become and how we allow people to discredit our doctors, our attorney generals, and all these people who are elected and put into these high-level positions. This dude, Rand Paul, ain't nothing but a damn politician / liar. And now he gets to challenge a medical doctor who has done nothing but serve people his entire life with facts. They've been trying to tell that ignorant ass administration that this thing was way more serious a year and a half ago. And they wouldn't listen, talking about it'll all be over by Easter. They dumb ass. And we still letting them talk. Why?
And you know what the Republicans are going to try to do? They are going to try by the midterms to blame COVID on science and the Democrats.
And Biden,
That's exactly what they're doing.
That's
but
what
and
they're
Obama,
doing.
they always throw him in there too.
Do you know the sad part of all of this?
What?
Is that Republicans are buying into this.
Yeah,
they are being led to slaughter by these people who just want power and position. They don't care nothing about their health. All they're trying to do is get reelected. They don't care if the virus resurfaces, nothing. As long
People
as I'm
are
in
dying.
office, they don't care.
Hospitals are filling back up again.
They don't care about healthcare workers, frontline workers.
They forgot Donald Trump got vaccinated.
Hey, y'all, let me tell you something. This is an employee of mine that's really close to me. I'm not going to say who it is for its own privacy purposes. He contracted COVID. Relatively healthy guy. He's not doing well. Now, he's not on a ventilator, praise God, but he's not doing well. And the projected 10-day quarantine that they put him on, it's not enough. He got to stay. I talked with him yesterday. He don't sound good at all. I mean, at all. And this is one of the great guys that I know. Bubbly and everything, man. This thing is real, y'all. And this thing will take you out. And it handles everybody differently. Yes. And he has all the symptoms. Fever. He couldn't break his fever over the weekend. It came back again. He's lost his appetite. He's lost his taste and smell. This dude is struggling. He told me, he said, Mr. H, I see how this taking people out. He said, man, only reason I'm making it, man, because my mama praying for me. He said, man, this thing is bad. And I've never heard this guy speak negatively in all the years he's worked for me. And it like really, really bothered me because I went, wow, man, this dude is really hurt.
Yeah,
it's real, man.
Yeah, there's so much proof of people getting it and dying, you know?
I mean, a vaccine can help it be unavoidable.
Yeah,
I mean, we cannot ignore that.
Nope.
We can't ignore that.
All right. We'll have more. We'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 20 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so the first person to be sentenced for a felony in connection to the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol was sentenced to 8 months in prison. Prosecutors were pushing to put 38-year-old Paul Allert Hodgkins of Tampa, Florida, behind bars for 18 months after he pleaded guilty last month to one count of obstructing an official proceeding. When announcing his decision, U.S. District Judge Randolph Moss noted that Hodgkins, with no previous record, was not involved in a leadership role in the mob that attacked the Capitol and offered sincere statements in court earlier on Monday. So that's why he ended up with 18 months.
That's cool. That's cool. So let me tell you something.
Did he
if
get
they
18
drop
months
in 8
or 8?
months, 8. They wanted 18.
8.
He got 8.
He got 8.
Oh, yeah, 8.
Yeah, she wanted 18. He got 8. That's a good sign. So now, when they start coming back with them people chanting and the ones that cause these deaths and the ones that they can put that internet stuff on, hey dog, they're gonna do some time. Everybody finna do some time on this one right here. This is a good sign. I hope all of them do time. But I want you to understand, if that was a Black Lives Matter movement, boy, this be a whole nother story.
They're still whitewashing it. They're saying it that it's an attack against former President Trump.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. Well, while they whitewashing, they ass gonna whitewash it in jail.
All right, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time now for Ask the CLO. Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey is here. This one is from Janie in Mississippi. Janie writes, I'm a 29-year-old single woman, and I'm confused by the man in my life. He's been taking me out for a full year and spends the majority of his time with me. I've been to his parents' house several times. I've met his daughter, and I'm cool with his ex-wife, but he says we're just friends. We did the 90-day rule, and he's respectful towards me in every way. I've decided to withhold intimacy until he claims me as his girlfriend. He said that would only hurt our relationship, not help. What other way is there, CLO?
No, I think you're doing the right thing. He said it would only hurt the relationship, not help. Okay, well, let's see.
Yeah.
And if you can't get nothing you want, what type of relationship is it?
Right.
You know, you done met his mom and everything, but you want a title, you want something, and he don't want to give it to you. You know, friends, all this y'all doing and y'all just friends, he don't want to label it, you know, then, and you want a label. You have every right to want the label.
That's right.
It's okay. It's okay. It's going to hurt the relationship, not help it. Okay, well, let's see.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to call a bluff.
Call their bluff, yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Well, it don't take long once you cut it off now. It don't take long for
Oh,
me to
yeah,
get it right.
that bluff quick.
Okay, uncle. All right, moving on to Patrina in Southfield, Michigan. She says, I've been married for 11 years and my husband has cheated 3 times. Each time my intuition told me he was up to something and I cornered him until he confessed. Each time, he said it was just sex and he had no attachment to the lady. Although I look better than all 3 of them and my body is tighter than all of theirs, there is still something that makes my husband keep stepping out on me. Why am I not enough woman for him?
That's not it. That's not it. And stop making it about you.
Yeah, don't blame yourself.
Your husband has an inadequacy. He has a flaw. It's not that you're not enough woman for him. It's just that he want other women. It ain't about you not being enough. It ain't nothing about you not being cuter, tighter, finer, all that. He has no damn self-control. He's an undisciplined man when it comes to that and you. And he's stupid enough to get busted 3 times and bend just cause you pressure him. So now you got an undisciplined man that ain't even strong. So now he ain't strong, which means he's also weak in other areas. So if you can break him down because he weakness, you don't think another woman can? Your man has a weakness.
Coming up, it is our last break of the day. And of course, at 49 minutes after the hour, we'll have some closing remarks from our fearless leader, the one and only Steve Harvey, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we are, our last break of the day on this Wednesday, Hump Day.
Yeah. Hump Day!
Did you guys see Jeff Bezos and his brother go up in space?
Yeah,
yesterday. Yesterday morning.
He said it was the best day ever.
Best day ever.
So whatever.
With our Amazon money.
Space, man.
Yeah.
With our Amazon money.
Uncle, you take me up in space, dog?
You want to go? You would go?
It's just an hour. I mean, let's do something together, man.
Hey, don't listen to me. Your uncle ain't going up in no damn space.
It's only for an hour. We just gonna go up, look around, and come on back down. We be
back.
Bezos
was up there. 11 minutes?
Yeah. Experienced weightlessness for a couple of minutes, and
then they came back.
Yeah, and then they came right
Had
back.
no interest in that. Hey, y'all, these are my closing remarks today.
Okay.
I have been on a tangent lately, and it's because I think I'm coming into a new development within myself on a spiritual level. And as I go through this process, as I'm learning it in a different way, I just don't mind sharing it with you all. And I hope you all don't mind, because all I'm really trying to do is give people some insight to how cool your spirituality is and how cool it is to have a relationship with God, or how cool it is to really develop an understanding of how this whole thing works. And I want to talk to you about your dreams and visions, but I want to talk to you about the struggles in getting to your dreams and visions, because that's some important information for people, because everybody wants something, but we got to go through the process of attaining it. And part of the process is the struggle, because it is a struggle to be successful. If it wasn't a struggle, it'd be really simple to do. I mean, you just go do it, right? So I want to tell you something. The first place that we lose our battle with our struggles, the first place that we lose our battles with making our dreams come true is in our thinking. That's the first place that we start to lose it. See, I want to share something with you. If you accept any of your negative thoughts, you got to be careful for having sustained negative thoughts, because what happens then is you allow them to take root, and that's dangerous. So when you have a negative thought and it starts to look like it's sticking around, you have the power to immediately change your thinking. You can say, oh no, wait a minute. No. That's not true. Because remember yesterday I was telling you, I said, don't let people talk you out of what God has for you. Well, the best way to do that is through gratitude and understanding what God has already done for you. So before you let it take root, you got to change your thinking. You got to dismiss any thoughts of permanent negative thoughts. You've got to get rid of them. You know, I'll never get well. I'll never get out of debt. I'll never beat my addiction. It don't seem like I'm going to ever get to where I'm going. Well, they hired somebody else. It don't look like that job was meant to be. No, if they hired somebody else, that was not your job. That job wasn't meant for you. Don't put that negative in your life. Don't drink that Kool-Aid. That's not for you. That wasn't the show you were supposed to have. Oh, they canceled my show. Your time was over. It's okay. Don't drink that negative and allow it to take root like that's something permanent, because it's not. You don't have to be permanent, and you don't have to be embedded into any negative thinking. Any moment that you have, it's not permanent. You have the right and the ability to change your thinking. Listen to me. If you start to change your thinking from negative to positive, do you know what happens? You begin to allow the unnatural to happen. Okay, well, Steve, so what you mean the unnatural? Well, I'm talking about the unnatural power that gets released by the power of positive thinking. You all, it works just that way. I keep telling y'all, the difference between successful people and non-successful people is what goes on between their ears. That's the only difference, is how you think. Positive people don't let negative things take root. Positive people find ways to negate negative thinking by reversing it with positive thinking and gratitude. That's the best way to look, listen to me. What makes it this thing I'm talking about when it allows you to release the power of positive thinking? And what makes it unnatural is that we are created in God's image, everybody. So like in the beginning, it was completely dark, and then you heard God say, and let there be light. The Bible clearly says that what he did was he said, let there be light. He produced a positive thought. He took to produce the light. He could have just made it light because he God. But he made sure it was written in the Bible that he said, let there be light. He produced a positive thought. And since we created in his image, all you have to do is start producing positive thoughts. It starts unleashing the unnatural power that comes with positive thinking. I dare you to try it. I dare you to try it. Don't sit up and say, well, Steve, it's easy for you to say you got all this and you got all that. How you think I got it? How you think I got it? I'm telling you, man, it ain't cause of my education, because I ain't got none. It ain't cause I ain't got the right. I'm black. I've been behind the 8 ball. I'm just telling you. Come on, y'all. Try it. Y'all have a great day. Talk to God. He love to hear from you.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.